So part of what impacts our communication is how safe we feel. Are we in a trusted space? Because those people that you trust, you'll share with them whatever you're feeling, but there'll be other people that you don't trust so much to share those levels. So there's how safe we feel. When we talk about psychological safety, or there's a book, The 4 Stages of Psychological Safety, you might like to check out, or emotional safety as well. And so what else impacts our communication is the decisions we make and the experiences that we have, yeah? And so some of the last webinars we've done will speak to this, and if you'd like to revisit some of our last webinars, if you're new here, you'll find them all on our new YouTube channel, which is extremely exciting, and a lot of people have gone and checked some things out. So you'll find all of our past breakfast events there if you'd like to revisit. And sometimes they could be helpful to start conversations with your team or with others as well, friends. And also there's some shorter videos there as well. All right, so what impacts our decision is how our communication is safe. We feel trusted, decisions and our experiences. And in our experiences, we learn what works and what doesn't. So we communicate, we have an experience, we make a decision, and then we decide then how we're going to communicate, and that's our survival guide, right? So we communicate, we have an experience, like we offend someone, or we get feedback that didn't work for somebody. So then so that's the experience. Then there's the decision that we make about that, about ourselves. Oh, I'm too bossy, or I'm too shy, or I'm too passive. So we make a decision based on the experiences that we have from our communication. And then after that, then we make the decision about then how we need to communicate going forward. So for instance, when I was called a bully that one time, 15 or so years ago, I made a decision then that I needed to learn what was going on. But before I actually started becoming empowered in my communication, I swung back the other way. And then I thought, well, I better be nice. I better tone it all down. I better not say what I really mean. I better, soften the edges of my communication. So it sort of swung back for a little while until I started to find my place and really learn about what communication was all about and how I could be empowered and be authentic, but also serve and connect and communicate and influence, yes? So the formula, the way that it goes is we communicate, we have an experience because we're looking for affirmation. Did that land? Is that working? Especially people with deep empathy, really tuning into how it's landing for people. And then I make a decision if that was a good thing or a not so good thing. And then I make a decision about how I communicate going forward. And this is what forms the survival guide. Are you with me? Can you see that? Can you see that, guys? You can see that, okay. Let me know if you can't see this piece. All right, so that's your survival guide that you're walking around with like a backpack every day in your communication. So you'll go into a meeting with this survival guide, right, on your back, and with all the stuff, all the times you've communicated and all the experiences you've had and all the decisions you've made, right, about what happened there, and then the decisions you've made about now how I should communicate. And you carry that, we all carry that with us on our back. And we go into a meeting and think that we're clear and, aligned in our energy, but we don't realize we've got all this going on from all those past experiences that we've had. And we remember, oh, that's right, that's what happened in that. Well, this is what I better do this time. Or that's right, that person I'm not so good at connecting with. Okay, so I better guard up. And we do it all unconsciously because we've got this backpack on that we're dragging around with us. And as we go year by year, if we're not aware of this, it just gets heavier and heavier and heavier, right? And so when we go into those meetings, we think that we're aligned. Sometimes we are, but then maybe something is said and we get triggered, and then our backpack goes heavier and we go, oh, that's right. And then we react in the way that we've always reacted, yes? So communication, the most important thing about today's session is the communication is about being aware in the moment of my triggers. And as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, it's not about not reacting. right? It's about how short is that period between my reaction and when I return to center. And that's something I really want everybody to know. It's not about some perfect state of never reacting, you're right? So some, paradise where we do all this work and then no longer are we human, but we're some ethereal being. No, that's not that. We still react. And then it's about going, okay, am I aware, and how quickly I can come back to alignment? Because when I'm in alignment, then I can choose how I want to communicate.